How you doing, everybody? It's Jay Nanda, San Antonio metal music reporter for Access.com, coming to you from the Texas Independence Festival here at Grizzly Hall. It's Saturday, April 15th. Tax Day just became Killthrax Day.
Right, no tax day
Kill
today.
Switch Engage and Anthrax. It is Killthrax Day, headlining the show, the festival tonight, and I'm here with two of the guys from Anthrax who don't need an introduction, but I'm going to give them one anyway. Vocalist Joey Belladonna, guitarist Jon Donais. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
You know, by the way, all you tax people, you have extra days because it's the weekend, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know how to file for an extension.
So it's awesome to have you guys here. Welcome back to Texas, South Texas, Austin. You guys are on a festival, on a tour run with Kill Switch Engage, where both bands are kind of flip-flopping each night. Anthrax is closing the deal tonight. How's it feel? It's kind of a unique pairing for you guys.
Yeah, it seems, I don't know, it doesn't seem that unusual, does it to you, really?
No, I mean,
a little bit.
There's different fans,
yeah,
but it's working out good.
It doesn't feel like there's something, like we're an odd band between each other.
Right.
I mean, I look around, I see some different new faces, and you know, other people that are into certain styles and stuff. I don't know, but it seems to be really great. Everybody's nice.
Yeah.
That's the good thing, when you can every day be with people that you enjoy being around. Otherwise,
Absolutely.
It makes it tough.
Anthrax is still riding the momentum of For All Kings, even though it's basically been out almost 2 years now, I think.
It has been 2 years.
Yeah, it feels like you guys a year and a half, 2 years.
You sure 2 years?
But
Year and
you're in
a year and some.
a year and a few months.
You're in 150
Came out in
days.
February. So.
February, right? Was it February?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
February.
but you just came out with a huge box set that I believe Charlie was mostly involved in, with cover tracks, extensions for all you vinyl collectors of For All Kings. Is there anything you guys want to add about that? I know you covered a few songs on that, so what was that like for you guys to put that out?
Well, the demos are just demos of the makings of the early stages of the album. And then, of course, covers, there's 2 covers on there. So, you know, it's nice to do a couple of covers.
Yeah.
Love the Kansas tune, you know, it's fun.
Yeah. Carry on
It's
Wayward
good. It's
Side
nice,
was
the
awesome.
box set looks good, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
John, anything special you wanted to add about that as far as the For All Kings and just being on that album and just touring the cycle?
About the For All Kings or box set?
Both, either one.
Was that being the band?
Yeah.
Being in the band.
Having a good time.
Having a good time.
Having a good time.
Well, I want to say, you know, I just got off the 70,000 Tons of Metal cruise with these guys.
Hey, we were on that
2 months ago.
We were there.
Outstanding. Frankie, how are you?
Frank Mello.
And I just want to say, Joey, I mean, first of all, out of all 60 bands on there, this was the first time, I don't know if you're aware of this, that a Big Four band had ever committed to 70,000 Tons, which has been around for 77 years. So you guys etched yourself in the history books there. But out of all 60 bands, you know, each band plays twice. Both of your bands, both of your performances were killer. But Joey, in my opinion, was just the one rock star on the boat that, you know, wasn't a rock star per se. I mean, you were just having the time of your life, whether you were singing karaoke, Journey songs, whether you were in the dining hall. It seemed like I always ran into you in the dining hall. Joey was always kind enough to people walking by, waving. At the meet and greet, you were taking the time to ask, hey, how's your day going? I mean, it just seemed like you were having an awesome time.
It's a good time on the boat, you know. We did 2 motorboats, actually, Frankie and me and Charlie, and I believe Scott actually did the shipwreck, too.
So
that's cool.
So did this voyage feel any different?
Well, it's definitely a lot more bands on there. You know, it was a lot of different styles of bands, but it felt like the same kind of thing. You know, I didn't realize it was gone that long. Yeah. It's been going on for 2011 years. Yeah.
So it was funny because each band plays twice, and after the first one, I saw you in the dining hall, and I came out and I said, Joey, I've seen your band play live so many times in my life, but I've never heard you guys perform a song like Aftershock. It was great that you performed one out of the vault. And Joey just looks at me and he goes, we're pulling another one out of the bag tonight. And that was Lone Justice, so that was outstanding. Another thing you guys have been coming out with recently is a brand new beer called War Dance that has been tested out in New York. Do you have a sample on there?
I don't know.
Is it here?
I couldn't tell you. Johnny's
Anthrax is coming out with a beer? What do you want to say about it, John? Tell us about the beer, the War Dance beer.
Well, I like light beer and stuff, but I drank it one night. It's all right.
See, I don't drink, so I won't never ever get to taste it.
I drink like a shitty beer, like Coors Light, Busch Light, North Light.
Yeah,
but it's good.
Yeah, it's something you guys have always wanted to do as a band, I'm presuming.
I have no idea.
Well, I think you know, as beer drinkers, I'm sure that it's exciting to have something out that's your own and something that you put some time into tasting and all that kind of stuff. And these guys are happy about having their own beer. It is kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially if it's something that people enjoy, you know.
Joey, let's talk about 30 years of Among the Living. Obviously one of the most iconic thrash albums, metal albums, period, going back to the glory days of the 80s when everybody was just putting out just material that is still timeless to this day. But Among the Living is marking its 30th anniversary, 3 decades of that album. It's always a big dominant part of your guys' set list to begin with because the songs are so timeless. Any stories or memorable things that stick out from the making of it during that time period? I remember you guys did the...
I think it changed up things as, you know, it came out of Spreading the Disease, and then that album kind of took on another little turn of, you know, heavier, faster kind of stuff, and the band just kind of evolved into something a little bit more than we did on Spreading the Disease, and that's kind of the, for me, that was some of the changes, you know, and seeing the expansion of the fans. The band started taking hold on a whole different thing at that point in time, so those are the most exciting things. And then again, doing a second record, for me, it's just to see those songs become really cool. You don't know, I mean, what's going to happen. You know, and you write something that's exciting and that's going over real well. So it feels good.
And you guys did that Headbangers Ball episode. Everybody had the big hair when Indians premiered as a video.
Headbangers Ball was good.
Back in
that was a great time.
That was awesome. Yeah,
it's good to see anything on TV anymore. You know, those were
good old days.
The good old
days. Yeah, I mean, we try to make that happen as much as possible now. You know, but. It was great.
Yeah.
There was a lot of work to do a record on. Yeah, you know, because I mean, it still was new to me to come in, and Spreading Disease was a little bit more, you know, comprehensible in some ways, and then to do that Among the Living and see it all come about was fantastic.
Took off, and the rest is history. Good. Quick question from one of my social media readers, John from San Antonio, wants to know of John the gear question. What do you like to use on stage when you're playing? What do you take on the road with you?
Right now I'm using the Kemper in my signature Legator guitar. Maxed on pedals. You want like the whole everything?
Whatever you want to summarize.
GR strings, Dunlop picks, Planet Waves cables, Fox Wah.
What kind of guitar you use?
Legator. And
what kind of picks you got?
So I think
Joey wants to know too.
I do. What kind of chords?
I think that's it.
How do you plug in and shit? We use plug in. Chords are good too. Planet Waves. You Planet Waves. Planet Waves.
And a second question, David from Iowa, referencing your recent cover of "Carry On Wayward Son," kind of threw it around and said, if Kansas were to cover an Anthrax song, which one would you want them to do?
Born on Wings of Steel. That's a good one. Anything Kansas. I love Kansas.
Yeah.
I could name them.
No, which Anthrax song would you want them to cover?
Oh, Anthrax? Oh, I don't know. I guess maybe Indians.
You got one, John? Throw out there?
would be good.
That's one of those make you think questions.
It's going to have to be a little bit more up their alley, I think.
Right. Than too thrashy kind of thing. Yeah.
Well,
Madhouse,
sure they could. Yeah, maybe.
What's that?
Madhouse, maybe?
I would like to hear them do anything.
Yeah,
if they did any song,
that would be flattering.
That would be a blast, you know.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, we're going to let these guys go. Like we said, Grizzly Hall tonight, Texas Independence Fest. It's always a pleasure to talk to Anthrax, and always a pleasure to hear their great music throughout the years, old and new material. John, thank you so much for taking the time. Have a great show. Joey, always a pleasure talking to you, sir.
Thank you.
Outstanding. Long live rock and roll! For Joey and John, this is Jay Nanda.
Anybody looking for a singer?
San Antonio
right
metal
here.
music reporter
Fucking
for Access.com.
Johnny Rock.
Reminding you, don't hang them out to dry. Hold them up high.
Wow, see?